in this channel because we know we're getting trusted technical analysis. $38,000 could be Bitcoin's new bottom as sentiments turn to extreme fear. Bitcoin traders think that a drop to 38K will set off a small rally for the asset, which I agree. The loss of value is one of Bitcoin's worst start in a calendar year. So reasons for the slump have been attributed to the Fed's proposed policy. Analysts are scratching their heads in an attempt to understand the recent Bitcoin price movement. A section is keeping its eye firmly on the 38,000 mark. As the news of the Fed's plan to increase interest rates trickled into the mainstream, the stock markets and the cryptocurrency markets tumbled. Perhaps one of the most badly hit asset classes was Bitcoin, as it lost up to 9% of its value in a single day. This left the asset sinking to the lows of 41,000, far below the 48,000 point that it started the year with. According to Crypto Fear and Greed Index, sentiments indicate extreme fear at 15 points. The widespread sentiment is that the asset could be entering throes of a bearish market, which I've called for, with several analysts pointing out the similarities between it and the crash in May 2021. However, other analysts have expressed confidence that the asset could bottom between the ranges of 38 to 40,000. Mike Novogratz, the CEO of Galaxy Digital, believes this to be the case and that he is waiting a little longer to buy into the asset. So this is big money right here, guys. This is where some of your whales are going to come in. This is institutional investment. So listen to what he's saying. The veteran investor thinks that there's a tremendous amount of institutional actions on the sidelines, according to an interview with CNBC. Rec Capital thinks that a drop to 40K is in play for the asset after it deviated from the blue 50 EMA and is now on course to set a higher low. Scott Melker, an analyst, thinks that the asset is currently trading in the golden pocket between 65 and 61.8 Fibonacci retracement levels. Price is currently in the golden pocket of the move from 28.6 to 69,000. Bitcoin and the rest of the market. Presently, Bitcoin's market capitalization is less than the 1 trillion, hovering around the 800 billion mark. The air has been rife with claims that the leading cryptocurrency is fast losing its grip on the entire ecosystem following the drop of its market dominance below 40%. For the most part of 2019, 2020, and 2021, Bitcoin's dominance held up strong above 40%, even reaching a level of 50%. And go check out this part will be this Bitcoin. I'm going to release, and I'll edit this, but the Bitcoin part is just going to be for my Swing Traders Anonymous. Just that part. This whole thing will be released to my XRP Future Millionaire, but you're not going to see the beginning and the end of this if you're part of my Swing Traders Anonymous. I'm purposely going to do the Bitcoin technical analysis right after this, and we'll even look at the total crypto market cap so my XRP Future Millionaire audience can get a feel of what we do. Because we've talked about the total crypto market cap and the Bitcoin dominance chart for a very long time, and I can show you exactly what's going on with the Bitcoin dominance. So this is going to kind of be like a dual release. Only for this part of it, though. The rest of it's exclusive to my XRP Future Millionaire page. Altcoins have not fared better on their own ends. Ethereum, Polkadot, and Solana felt the pangs of the market crash as they all recorded double-digit losses. Ethereum has lost 13.10% over the course of the week, while Solana and Polkadot, recorded losses as high as 14.44% and 6.49% respectively. The general decline of altcoins cast a measure of doubt that the market are in altcoin season. I don't believe we're in an altcoin season. I believe we're in a giant bull trap that's finally been exposed. The global cryptocurrency market capitalization stands at $2 trillion, while the daily volume is down by as much as 18% at $105 billion. It actually got down, the total crypto market cap got down to $1.89 trillion roughly. It was at $1.99 trillion on this Bitcoin rally. So let's go take a look at that. And if you guys are watching from my Swing Traders Anonymous, make sure to follow my XRP Future Millionaire page, and you can get the complete look at this entire update. And if you're fans of the total crypto market cap, the Bitcoin dominance chart, the BITO Pro Shares, which is the Bitcoin ETF, Tether, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, I cover those exclusively along with swing trades on my Swing Traders Anonymous. We went over the 4,000 watch hours, so we have some exciting news. I am about to be partner on that station. We're less than 19, I don't even know. We're getting close to partnership, but we'll go over that in a second. Give a little shout out to my other page. So the total crypto market cap's at 1.99 trillion. We cover this every day in the Swing Traders Anonymous, I think you guys all would benefit from going there because you could see the total feel of the market. So in the 30-minute time frame, we're at 2.009 trillion. We've had that marked down because we figured this is where we could come up. And then if we get rejected by the 30-minute time frame, we know it's coming back down. If we break the 30-minute time frame, we've got a few levels to watch out for with a little bit of concern. I'm going to delete one of these and actually measure the difference now that we broke way down here, because when this was like this, I haven't switched anything out from when we made this nice rally. So what I'm going to do is take that out, and we're going to measure this up to that cup and handle. So now we break the difference. We don't have 2.9096 or 2.06. So we're just going to play it from 2.009 up to 2.082. It makes more sense. The reason that I do like this spot, though, actually, I take that back. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to split it, though, a little bit. I'm going to put it at 2.047 because there is a small cup and handle there that you could trade between, and I don't want to forget about this. You could trade like this and then come back down, so I don't want to forget that area, or it could be your catalyst to be on the top side of this. You get here, and then you start propelling yourself. So let's watch that in the total crypto market cap. And the Bitcoin dominant chart, which we cover every single day, and we've watched it go all the way down, sub 39 percentile, and we were watching to see if it could get down to 38.90. Fortunately, it rolled back up. Now, what you didn't read in that article is the Bitcoin dominant chart completed a cup and handle the proper way, and now it's using this as support. So as long as it stays like this, we're going to get a nice pump in the Bitcoin dominance. And I believe we're going to head back up. And I want to adjust this just a little bit to 41.25%. What we have to break through is this top one, not the lower one, 40.79%, which is where we hit perfectly. Now we're trading between, but this is a perfect extension right now. Now what we have to look out for is that it doesn't come up through here, and then you would get this M topping reversal, and then you could trade out sideways, and then we could be in some problems. I expect Bitcoin of the dominance chart to start swinging upwards. I just do. I don't think there's any way we're going to get down to like 30% dominance if we have a major crash. But what it's telling you, though, right now is even though Bitcoin was going down, the altcoins were falling initially a little bit faster than Bitcoin. So we're going to see what happens here, but the 30-minute time frame is what we need to pay attention to. The Bitcoin dominant chart absolutely broke out of that cup and handle on a bullish pattern. That's what you want for future reference. When we talk about a cup and handle, that's what you want it to look for. It's using the 40.39% resistance line as support after it broke the cup. That's a prototypical bullish move right now. Unless you break back down through the 30-minute time frame, this is bullish. The dominance chart, so pay attention to that. Might as well go through the whole thing. The BITO, so you guys can see what we do, was down 3.19% to end the week, down to 26.41. And this is the BITO. This is the Bitcoin ETF. We talked about it. This was a terrible investment ever since it came out. I talked about it was a failed cup and handle, and we were about to massively come down. I'm expecting it to come down to 24.30. I've called these out so perfectly. It's sickening. So we started way up there at 44 on the release. And to me, if you're going to buy the Bitcoin ETF, why the hell are you buying... Or if you want to buy Bitcoin, why are you putting it back into the Dow or into the stock market? Why? We're taking billions and billions and hundreds of billions of dollars out of the crypto market to put it into the stock market. That completely defeats the purpose of crypto. Now, if it's in your 401k and yada, 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 and you're trying to find a way, I still wouldn't do it because of the risk when the cycle Bitcoin was on when this got released. It was a classic pump, and then a complete whitewashing of everybody. I mean, it's down better than... This is absolutely phenomenal how far this has fallen since that failed cup and handle. And we talked about it. Everybody thought it was a cup and handle that succeeded because it came up a little bit. That was a deception. Everybody on my XRP Future Millionaire page needs to be there. 42% decline that we've called for, and it's not even down to our bottom yet. But we have talked about how we have a potential reversal starting when the week starts, to where if you can get in early enough, because it held 25.87 at the end of the week, we might be able to buy there. But my expectation is if you were going to buy this, you would wait for this continuation and buy it here. And I mean, at $24.30, I think that's the play. And I've been waiting for that. I have some money freed up in my IRA, about $2,000, that I wouldn't mind doing it just like this. That money I can't buy cryptocurrency, so that's a reason to do something like this, but not to ride at 47%. And look at all these I kept on here because these are my predictions when it was coming down. And it was nailing them zone by zone by zone. And then I predicted when it came down here, it was going to rally up to 32.92 and get rejected. And it did. And it's doing everything we're saying. So we're waiting for this next level. So I highly encourage everybody to get onto that station. Then we cover Tether. And we've covered the Tether pump from the beginning. I'm still waiting. I thought it could come up to 34.68, but maybe it's not going to come all the way through there. So far, it followed it perfectly to the T. And we've been calling Tether for a long time. This was my symmetrical triangle, guys, and why I'm the best in the business is I put it not just a symmetrical. I took that down and I did the up channel, but there's a symmetrical triangle formed in here as well. We just can't see it because I took it off. But there used to be. My fans of Swing Traders Anonymous know exactly what we're talking about. We had something like this coming across, so we know we have to break this pattern in the very short term. We actually have this arrow right here that we were using. I believe that's what this one is. Let me put that to 4. So that was our straight across, but if you do it more on a decline like I think it should be, I think the one I just put out is the proper to where we can see, but you can see how it's in an up channel, but we're also in a, it's kind of like a symmetrical triangle with uptrending support and kind of like a slightly declining resistance. And you see how we popped out prematurely and now we're on the bottom side, but we finished this out perfectly to where we talked about. And every single step of the way with Tether, you want to talk about a perfect channel, up, rejected, right? We're hitting these perfectly. Resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. I mean, if you would have just followed this up to resistance, resistance, support. I mean, this whole time, that was a beautiful thing. And a lot of people were loving it on our Swing Traders Anonymous. We were so far ahead of this. So now we're dealing with that 34.26 support resistance area. If we fall down 33.97, and like I said, if we break down through here, you could possibly form some kind of reversal. But this going down is not until we create that head up here. So we still need to come up. And I think with how much consolidation we've had here, you could possibly come back up to here, and this could extend. So I'm going to extend out this up channel because it's still absolutely relevant. Nothing's changed. Got to make sure we have it in the right spot. So now you can see how it could possibly be using that as resistance. So that's how we know. And we just continue from there. And it's been absolutely spectacular. Ethereum. This is where we expect it to come down to. We broke through that line, though. So the fact we broke through that line means that the first part of what I did is invalidated. Now you'd have to go watch Swing Traders Anonymous to understand that. So now that we came on top of this yellow line, we use it as support. Now it precipitated a bounce up to the 30-minute, I presume, because that's what we were calling for. It hasn't got up quite there yet, but I believe now we have to deal with this. Now, does it come up here, hit this, and come down? Or does it hit this and use it as support and take a move to the 4-hour? I highly doubt that this is going to go up much higher than 3279. So that's just, hey, we came down, we're coming up, getting rejected, and then we can finish our journey. That's what it looks like to me. But hey, anything's possible if you can get some volume. So that's that, and that's that. I wasn't expecting to do a almost 20-minute update, but hey, makes it good because now both channels get to see exactly what I do. So, and now we're going to go, obviously we'll cover XRP, but we're going to do Bitcoin and then XRP. So, and for the XRP, that won't be on my Swing Traders Anonymous. You'll have to come watch my XRP Future Millionaire page. We got rejected with Bitcoin, like I was saying in the opening. I couldn't see the screen, but I knew because I know the numbers. 42,499, that support resistance we initially got rejected by the 30-minute right off the bat, as seen here. And when we did, it didn't just push us to the top side of this 42,499 so we could do this. As of right now, it pushed us to the bottom side. So that's, unless it can bounce over, I think what it set us up is for rejection here, even if we could break out. So I think 42,800 is going to be the ultimate kick to the nuts here. So right now, it's either support resistance at 42,499, which right now, it's using it as a resistance, oddly enough, in the last, not just 30 minutes, but the last 60 minutes now almost, and 14 minutes. So for a good 45 minutes, this has been using it as resistance. Now, could we argue that now we're on a little bit of a, like I said earlier, kind of a bull flag? And then it might, but I don't think it's got much steam left. Look at this volume. We haven't really got much volume. Nothing that will make you feel comfortable. I mean, it did have a nice burst there. Now, so this looks like it could have a tiny bit more underneath it. But I'd be very, very careful with what you're doing right now.